Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it. I have these pillows and they're like super soft. Rubbing them, squishing them together really helps with my anxiety. I'm gonna be rubbing them and squishing them throughout this video. Hopefully you don't mind. Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no. Guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I decided to burn my cape for black men. Now, originally, I really didn't feel like I was really out here caping for black men, but because I had an unbiased approach, I can see how some women felt like I was out here caping for black men. But I had an unbiased approach because I had brothers, you know, I had a father figure, I had a father in my life. So I felt like by me not being unbiased when it comes to black men, that I was somehow turning my back on them, or I felt like I was doing wrong by the black men that were in my life that were doing positive things, great things, right? But then I came to the understanding that I can burn my cape for black men and not spew hate on them. I can burn my cape for black men and not wish bad on them. I can burn my cape for black men and not wish harm on them. I can burn my cape for black men and not want them to be shot and killed in the streets by police. So the reason why I decided to burn my cape is because times are changing. We entered a whole new decade, and one thing that I noticed was, socially speaking, there's not one social group out here that capes for black women. Now, I say socially, not individually, not a select few, socially, social groups. So we would consider black men a social group. So that would include everyone within that group capes for black women, and that is not the case. So socially speaking, black men do not cape for black women. When I sit here and think about it, I would say out of 100 men in a room, 100 black men in a room, probably only 30 of those men would cape for black women. A reality check for me was when I saw that girl in New York who was jumped by 15 black boys.
The surveillance video is hard to watch. A 15-year-old girl helpless on her back as a group of teenage boys, one after the other, jump on her stomach, stomp on her head, surrounding and senselessly beating her on a street corner.
I have never witnessed nothing like that yet in my life, and to see such a small kid just tramping on one kid, it was crazy.
Now, I plan on having a daughter one day, and she will be black, most likely. And I don't want her to walk down the street in fear because she is encountering black men. To see those 15 little black boys, teenagers, who will one day be men, do that to that little black girl, that defenseless black girl. How can I be out here caping for black men? It doesn't make any sense. It feels like I need to put all my power, all my resources into my own social group to protect my own social group, because what we saw was unacceptable. Case in point, black men wanted to comment on my previous videos saying I'm wrong, I'm this and I'm that. But who's teaching these little boys? Who's teaching these little black boys to be stand-up, respectable black men? Who's teaching these boys to respect black women? Who? I honestly could say this. It would have been easier for me to cape for black OGs than it is for these new age men They don't hold the same type of integrity. They don't hold the same type of loyalty. They don't hold those type of codes these days. I have to burn my cape because of these new age men. These new age men do not cape for black women like they did back in the day, period. So I have to change with the times. I have to teach my daughter to change with the times. She could walk outside and she thinks that this black man over here or this black man over there has her back, but in reality, he doesn't. So now I have to teach my daughter that she has to protect herself from everybody, the entire world, because even her own men within her own community can bring harm on her. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, Yoni, that's been going on. Not like this. Or maybe social media has really brought it to light. It's never been on this level. So there was another video that I came across, and it was a black woman who was running across a speedway or a highway or a street or something. She was running across the street towards Wendy's. You know how Wendy's has these big open windows so you can see far out, like you can see pretty far out from inside any Wendy's. So this woman, she's video recording a black woman. She's literally crossing the street, running to Wendy's, and she's completely nude. She has on no clothes. She coming over here.
Where is she going?
She's coming over here.
What is she on? I ain't talking to her.
Oh, Lord.
What is she on? Oh no, she ain't getting it here. Fuck that. Oh, she on some crazy shit.
She coming over here.
Where is she going?
She's coming over here.
What is she on? I ain't talking to her.
Oh, Lord.
What is she on? Oh no, she ain't getting it here. Fuck that. Oh, she on some crazy shit.
She looks like she's in terror. She looks like she's been terrorized. She looks like she's in fear. She looks like she needs help. Now, what kind of help? We don't know. So the thing that really bothered me was in that moment, no one in that Wendy's saw her as a victim. Meaning this woman was running across the street butt naked. She could have been kidnapped. She could have been raped. She could have been drugged. She could have been running away from her predator. No one in that Wendy's thought to ask her if she was okay. No one in the Wendy's asked her probing questions to ensure that she was safe. And that was like my wake-up call. Even in this situation where a woman looks like she is terrified, it doesn't even matter if she suffers from mental illness. People with mental illness, they need help. So in that moment, I realized, wow, a black woman will never be the victim no matter the situation. We will never be looked at as the victim. The fact that this lady ran across the street butt naked, complete nudity, and no one asked her if she was okay, it really bothers me. This lady could have been raped, drugged, kidnapped, all of the above, and no one thought to ask her, are you okay? Do you need help? Are you safe? No one thought to ask her. Or should we call the police? Do you need medical attention? Nothing. Nothing was done. Nothing was asked. And you know what they did? They locked her out of the Wendy's. They could have talked to her through the glass to ask her if she was okay. But these people did absolutely nothing. And this is what made me realize that my fight is my own. And I have to worry about myself. I have to look out for myself. I have to socially be worried about myself. I have to use all of my resources, all of my influence to help Black women, because no one is helping us. No one is defending us. No one is really representing us in a way that's beneficial to us as a social group. I can't name one other social group that really defends Black women as a collective. Not the queer community, not Black men, not the feminist movement. The feminist movement is misleading to a lot of black women, and it's sad that they are being misled, because at the end of the day, and I explained this in my last video, being a black woman, your liberation is just not the same when it comes to white women and other ethnicities, because our liberation is just different. It just doesn't look the same because of stigmas, stereotypes, and just a bunch of different things that we as black women deal with that other races of women will never deal with. That is just the reality. It's not that I'm trying to divide more. It's just that the division is already there, and it's like, how do we go about handling it? How do we go about ensuring that what I need and what I'm trying to overcome can be done, but we're not going to get the support of other social groups. So that means I need to start looking out for myself. Black women, these other social groups are able to prosper and move forward, and it seems like they're moving mountains, and it's all because we always support. We support. Without black women supporting these other social groups, they would be nothing. That is a fact. So when I came to this realization, when I came to this understanding, and you know, Chrissy here on YouTube, she has been preaching this for years, but it just didn't click for me. Like, it just was not clicking. It wasn't 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 clicking. But then I came across another video. This is how a spiritual awakening works. A spiritual awakening works in a way to where it's almost like you were blind, and then all of a sudden you can see things, and you see them completely different than when before you had your spiritual awakening. So another video that I came across, a black woman was in Miami, Florida, I believe. I think it was during spring break. And she was running in the same direction as a police officer. And they didn't see each other until all of a sudden they bumped into each other by accident. And the cop thought she did it intentionally. And so he kind of shoved her, and out of defense, the black girl kind of kicked him a little bit.
Nicole and Calvin, the video that you're about to see apparently happened close to here on Loomis Park here on Miami Beach. And what you're going to see in the video is a police officer colliding with a woman, and they're both going to fall down. The officer then pushes the woman, who then appears to kick out her leg. Police would not have confirmed the identity of the woman in this particular video, but it does appear to match the arrest report for a woman named J.C.'s Elam. We just heard from the chairman of the NAACP, who calls this unacceptable.
I don't even think the black girl knew who she truly bumped into. After she kicked him out of self-defense, in my opinion, the cop just started being extremely rough and just started manhandling her because he could. And no one in this crowd thought to help her. But they recorded it. They took out their cell phone. They were able to record the whole ordeal, but they never came to her defense. I'm tired of seeing videos like this on social media. I know some black men are going to be like, well, these men on social media, these black men on social media don't represent all of us and da-da-da. Unfortunately, they are a part of your social group, whether you like it or not. Whenever I see girls on Instagram doing dumb shit and they happen to be black, they're part of my social group, whether I like it or not. They're part of the statistics. They're part of what's being done as far as how they're impacting the majority. That is part of it. Is it fair? No, but it is what it is. So as much as you guys don't want to claim these black men who don't represent you the way that you feel that they should, they still are a part of your social group. And socially speaking, they do represent you, whether you like it or not. I didn't create social groups, but socially speaking, these men do represent you. I don't see these men as a end-all, be-all. However, they are calculated within this conversation because they are a part of your social group. So my whole thing is this: moving forward with my YouTube channel, I don't plan on creating content to spew hate towards black men, but I will be making it known here on my YouTube channel that this channel is for black women. This channel is for black women, for black women, for black women, for black women, and for women, because at the end of the day, I do relate to other ethnicities and other social groups as far as ethnicities and cultures with other women, but if I have to choose other women versus my own social group, I'm going to choose my own social group. The fact that this video even needs to be recorded is absolutely ridiculous. Do you see other social groups talking about,
yeah, I'm burning my cake, I ain't caping for that group no more?
you don't even see that. But you know what? A lot of these social groups wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for black women. I don't plan on making man bashing videos. I will continue to make videos that are centered and focused on black women and the things that we go through, the things that we're trying to overcome. I will talk about different things that may include black men and different things that they do. I still won't generalize black men because I just feel like that's just dangerous, period. Like, you just don't generalize. That's really my stance on this burning my cape. And you know, I got rid of the strong independent label. I tapped into my divine feminine energy. I'm burning my cape for black men, so now I can focus on myself. Why do I feel like I got out of a relationship and now I'm out here doing me? Feels amazing. Today happens to be my birthday, by the way, but I feel younger. I feel younger. I feel like I look younger, and I feel like I'm just getting rid of everything that weighs me down as a black woman. So that includes burning my cape. And if it offends you, that's all I got. So that's all that I gotta say. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so please comment them down below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload, and I'll catch you in my next one.